What is up, everyone? Patrick here, and today I'm going to show you how to build a website of your very own. Now, there are any number of reasons to build a website, whether it be for a personal blog or a small business, to generate leads, or even create a digital presence for your small business. Whatever it is, there's a number of ways to go about building it, ranging from the extremely difficult all the way down to the fun and intuitive, which is how we'll be building our website using Wix.com. Now, if you're unfamiliar, Wix.com is an online website builder with hundreds of templates to choose from and an intuitive drag and drop editor interface. This takes all of the headache out of building a website and customizing it for your needs. So by the end of the video, even if you have zero experience in web development or design, you'll know exactly how to build your very own website from scratch and customize it for whatever your needs might be. So I'll include a link in the description below, which will allow you to sign up for Wix so you can follow along and build your website with me as you watch this video. So without further ado, let's jump in and build our very first website. Okay, so first things first, you're going to want to head over to Wix.com, and from the Wix.com homepage, you really have two options: either sign in up at the right or get started right in the middle. And I'm going to treat this like my very first website, so I'll go ahead and click Get Started. And from here, we've got the sign up page. You can go ahead and enter in your information. And when you're ready, go ahead and hit sign up. Now it's going to ask you a few different questions about the kind of website you're looking to build. Now you can hit Get Started here to go ahead and answer them, or you can hit Skip to just jump right through. We're going to go ahead and hit Get Started since this is our first website. We'll go through step by step from the beginning like you have no idea what you're doing. And so we're going to be building this for a marketing agency, and we'll go ahead and say it's a company. Have I created a website before? It will say this is my first time. I'll say I'm the designer. 1 to 5 people work at the company. And right down here at the bottom, you can see it says marketing agency. We'll go ahead and click that. Now we can choose a subcategory. We can choose experimental marketing agency, music marketing agency. For this example, we'll just stick to a regular marketing agency, a digital marketing agency to be more specific. Is this a new business? We'll say I'm starting it right now. And do you want to let clients schedule appointments online? Absolutely. So this is one of the cool things that we can do with Wix. Not only can we build a static site for our business, but we can accept clients on it as well. So what would help us run our business? We'll go ahead and say promote my business, manage my clients, look professional online, get paid online. We don't really need to work from mobile, although we could manage bookings, chat with clients, and get updates on the go. We're not really looking to do that with this one. And meet clients virtually, absolutely. We'll fill all those out and hit next. And we can choose between the Wix ADI, which is the AI built website, or we can pick from a template. Now, the questions we chose before are going to dictate what kind of templates we're going to be shown at first. So let's go ahead and click Choose a Template. And as you can see, it says marketing agency up here at the top. That's because I answered that question before. So it's going to dictate that I want to see templates already designed for marketing agencies. Now again, these are just templates to get you headed in the right direction. You can go ahead and customize these as you see fit. Now going through the selection, you can see that there's quite a few, 13 pages on just marketing agencies, a ton of categories here on the left side as well. And to view or edit any of these, you hover your mouse over it and you'll be given the options. To view, you click that and it will open it up in a new tab, and this way you can get a better idea for what the website actually looks like. So I'm a big fan of this solid color pattern going on. Yeah, I like these big blocks. This is definitely fitting for our marketing agency. And what kind of pages? So there's home, services, about, clients, works, and contact. I like how these are all on a single web page. That's really nice. And a little let's chat button. I dig this one. Don't forget to check it out at mobile. Up here at the top left, you can always click on the little phone icon, and that will show you the mobile version of your site. Now, Wix already has templates that are mobile responsive, so it's always good to see what your website would look like on a phone, since a majority of people are already going to be on their phones. Switch back to the browser view. Now I'm happy with this, so let's go ahead and click edit this site at the top right corner, and this will grab that template and allow us to edit it inside of the Wix editor. Now this is where the magic happens. This is where you can just take a normal run-of-the-mill template and turn it into something personalized for you or your business, and it's probably the most fun process of it all. And so now we're greeted with the Wix editor. We can go ahead and close this video on pop-up, since, well, we're going to be paying attention to my video right now anyway. Now the two main things you need to focus on are your two bars. You've got the toolbar over here to the right side. You can grab it at the top to move it around however you'd like. This will help you change the size and formatting of your web page. And then you've got the nav bar on the left side. Now this is where you can add all of the content and interactive effects to your website. This is where all the magic really happens. At the top, don't forget, you can also go between your settings, your site, dev mode, some of the other things. And you can also hop between web pages by clicking this button at the top and hop between pages. Now, the thing with this web page is it's a single page website. So it actually took all of my different tabs and elements of the website and put them in a single web page, which is super nice. Now, before we get started, we're going to jump in and hit upgrade up at the top. This way, we're not going to hit any paywalls along the way. And since I already know what I want my site to be able to do, I know what plan will best fit me. So I'll go ahead and hit upgrade. Oh, it says to save site. Don't forget to save your work every so often. And when you save your site, it will publish it to a free Wix domain. So we're just going to call this Key Clack, since that's the name of this agency, and save and continue. Now it's saved the website, so I can come back to my Wix account at any point and edit the site again, and this is where I can interface with it at any point in time as well. So your site is saved. It's not quite published yet, but this will be our domain when it is published. So we'll go ahead and hit done, and then we'll go back up to upgrade, and we can compare plans real quick. Let's see what they offer. So you've got website plans if you're looking for just a vanilla website, none of the crazy bells and whistles of the business and e-commerce plan. So this is better for just like a personal a blog or something where you're not going to be selling or conducting business really through your website. And you can upgrade your site as far as storage goes in different tiers. But since I'm going to be building this for a digital marketing agency, we'll go ahead and click on business and e-commerce plans. This will bring up the 3 available plans. There is enterprise level, but I'm not looking at that today. I think I'll be looking for business unlimited, since it allows me to do everything I'm looking to do: secure online payments, customer accounts, custom domain, which is a big thing, and storage. That's perfect for what I'm looking to do. So I can go ahead and hit select when I'm ready, and then continue to checkout after I've selected how long I want to bill cycle this for. So I'm going to do yearly and hit continue to checkout. Awesome. Now we can choose our domain name. And like I said, the name of my agency is Key Clacks, or Key Clack. So we'll go ahead and, oh, there we go, and hit search to see if it's available. It looks like keyclack.com is available. I'll go ahead and click get it. And because of the plan I chose, I get a free domain, which comes with every single Wix plan you choose from. And now we're in. Thank you for your purchase. I now have keyclack.com, and I have the privacy setting enabled. So I'll go ahead and go to my domains down here at the bottom. And now that we're back to the dashboard, we'll hit edit site up at the top. Since we're not going to worry about the entire Wix dashboard right now, we're just going to focus on building our first website. Okay, so now we've got the website template that we had grabbed before, and it's associated with our site. If we go ahead and look at connect domain name, and you'll see up here at the top, KeyClack. So we've got keyclack.com. So the website is not yet published. So before we go ahead and do that, we're going to want to start editing it. We want to make the website our own. And you can see any of the text that exists already on screen is as simple as clicking on it. And you can click the change text button or any of these other buttons to affect some of the design and settings of that. Or double clicking on a text box allows you to edit the text within it. So instead of EPS marketing, this is going to be Key Clack Marketing. And we can hit enter to save that, and we're in. And so we'll change everywhere where it says EPS to key clack. And one of the big things about using a template is making it your own. And so like I said before, you have these two main bars on either side of the editor. We're going to focus on the nav bar. So let's click on the very first button on the nav bar, which is menus and pages. And from here, you'll get a full list of all the pages available on your website. And again, this is a linear website, so I don't have separate pages, and you can see that they're all anchored to this home page. Now, what if I wanted to create a new page? Well, let's go ahead and click the Add Page button down here at the bottom. Now, let's create a new page that just sets us about. It's a new About page, something that's separate from the main page itself because we want it to stand out. So let's find a general template for an About page and go ahead and click Add Page whenever we find one. I like this 4-grid one. So we'll hit Add to Page, and it says adding your page. We're good to go now. We'll let it be called the About. Let's call it About Key. Yes, we'll call it About Key Clack and hit Enter. Now, if we weren't happy with that, we could always double click on it to edit the text and hit done again. Or if you want to, you can hit the 3 dots and bring up the full settings for that page. That includes rename, copy, and delete. So we're going to leave it at that, but it automatically brought us to our new page, the new About page. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the next button, which is the background button. Now, this is the general site's background, and right now we don't have one, but we can go ahead and choose one by finding one we're happy with. Let's do this milk. Everyone's a big fan of milk. And we can apply it to other pages or just keep it on this single page. And if we want to, let's go ahead and hit apply and then select the home page. But I really like the theme they had on the home page, so I think I'll actually keep that and just click off. And there you go. Now we've got the About page background as a photo of milk. Now, of course, you can change any of these, change strip background if I wanted to. Or we can add in other images or text to the page as we want by clicking the Add button, the third one down. Now from here, you can go ahead and select your text or image or button or gallery, and there's so many selections to choose from. All you have to do is hover over the setting, find which one you want, and either click on it or drag and drop it right onto the screen, and it's there. And you can grab it and drag it around to align it however you see fit. Double click or click the Edit Text button to change what's inside. Let's say, hello world, I'm a text box. Awesome. So now that we've got text figured out, let's add an image. We can go and do the same exact thing. You can choose from one of the image collections that Wix provides, or you can upload your own. Or since this template for the About page already came with images on it, we can click on those and at any point manage or change column background. So let's change the background to an image and let's select one of our own. So by clicking the image button, it brings up this page, which allows us to choose from existing Wix images to use for that photo. Or we can go to Site Files, and this is everything that is uploaded to our site's storage. So if you've got multiple videos, images, or posts that are saved directly to your site, this is where you'll find them. So we can start by adding files because we have nothing here. And so I'm going to add a photo of my cat Hobbs. We'll drag that right in there. It'll take a moment to upload, and then once it's uploaded, it will replace the background image. And now the photo is added to our selection of images for our website. So let's click the Change Background button, and you'll now see that the column background is a photo of my cat. And we can move the entire element that it's in by just grabbing and dragging it up and down. We're going to leave column 2 where it is. Actually, I don't want to use that photo of my cat, so a quick way to undo that is Control-Z a couple of times until, boom, it's gone. Now, if you ever wanted to redo that, so let's say you went too far back, you can hold Control-Shift-Z, and that will redo the undo you just did. Sorry for all the do's, it can get confusing, but it's a very useful tool to know how to use. So now that we're happy with that, let's go back to our home page. Up here at the top, click on Pages and then Home. So it'll bring us back to our home page. And we're going to skip Theme Manager for now. I'll come back to this button a little bit later on. Let's go down to Add Apps. Now we want to make our site more interactive, and a way to do that is by adding apps from the Wix App Store. Now, what's cool is some of these are free apps and there are some that are associated with plans. And so I'm going to be looking for something to analyze my traffic since I want to see how many visitors I'm getting to this website. So let's add the Wix hit counter so we can see exactly how many visitors have visited our site entirely. So by clicking add, it brings you to the page for that specific app. Now this is a Wix app store, so you have third-party apps provided by companies other than Wix, but you can also see specifically who it's by actually looking at the app page for that specific plugin and seeing by who it is. So this one is by Wix. I'm going to go ahead and hit add to site. And it'll drop it right in the middle of my screen at any point, wherever I'm at. And we'll go ahead and put this right at the top center, right there. And so now we get a full hit counter. We'll get exactly how many visits we've had to our site at the very top. And we can go ahead and find more apps through the App Store this way. So as a small business, you might want to have more apps that tailor to your customers or allow you to interact with them quicker or in a more efficient fashion. So moving down to media. Now this is the media for our entire site. Like I said before, where I dragged and dropped my photo of my cat in, that's where you have access to all of the files and media available on your site. This media tab just is a quick way to access that from here, where you can go through and check out some of the stock imagery available. You can see what you have, and you can even upload from your social media websites. So if you're an influencer or a business that has a lot of marketing tied in with social media, this is a nice way to integrate the two of those worlds. And so moving down to the next one, we've got the blog. I can go ahead and create a blog just by hitting this button and going to add now. And what this does is it creates a brand new blog associated with your website, and that includes RSS feed and any other way to spread that blog out. So from here I can choose which blog is right for me. So I can have just a standard Wix blog, which is something where you make posts and put them out there, or you can have the Wix blog plus a members area, which allows you all of the tools you need to grow and engage your community around your blog. So it allows you to really expand what you're doing from just this static blog where you're putting up posts to something where you can provide an area for people to interact and enjoy your content and give you feedback on it. So we'll go ahead and hit Wix blog plus members area and hit next, and this will create it for us. And there we go, it's now loaded. So it's created a brand new page on our website. As you can see at the top here, we've got home, about, key clack, and then blog. So now that this is a separate page, we can treat it as such. Now, if you want to, you can go ahead and manually grab the posts, clicking on them, and then hit Manage Posts Settings, or you can stretch them from here, or you can, of course, click on the My Blog button in the nav bar at any point in time. So from here, we can create a new post or manage them. Since there's a bunch of pre-existing filler posts, let's hit Manage Posts and just get rid of those ones quick. So we can select one by one or select them all at the same time and then revert them to drafts, meaning we can still have access to them, edit them, add things, and so on and so forth, but the public can't see them, or we can just move them to the trash, which is exactly what we'll do. So their views, likes, and comments will be deleted as well. So keep that in mind if you have content already up there that's been interacted with. Where these, I don't really care because they're just filler posts. And now I have the option right in the center to create a new post, or at the top right, create a new post. We'll hit that and we'll add a catchy title. We'll call it Hello World, my first blog post. And whenever you're happy with it, you can change the categories that it belongs to over here. So you can add categories to let the reader navigate a little easier. Tags, same thing, helps with search features and helping people find your blog, and then you can sell subscriptions. So this is a way to, again, interact with your members where you can have posts behind subscription walls. You can have paywalls for selected posts and set up payment schedules, and it's a good way to convert your blog into a way to make a little bit of extra money. And of course, the SEO button. What good is anything on the internet if you don't have SEO involved? And then settings to change your display cover image, set the publish date, so you can set a date for later in the future or set it for right now, and then the author, which is just the random account name that I have right now. But I will hit publish since I'm happy with this for now. And we can close this out and you'll see it'll update right here. Give it a second and there's the post I just made. Perfect. So now that we're happy with that, let's head back to the home page. and take a look at bookings. So because we're an online agency, a digital marketing agency, we want to be able to meet clients online and set up bookings so we can set up time to take a look at potential projects. So let's go ahead and click on the bookings button, and we can take a look at online bookings. Now, bookings is only supported under certain Wix plans, and I do have a business and e-commerce plan that supports this, so I'm not going to hit an upgrade wall where you would normally if you don't have that type of account. So I'll hit that and it'll add bookings to Wix. And just like the blog page, it will create a brand new page specifically for bookings, just so everything doesn't get muddled together. So from the page, you can see I can click Manage Services or Settings directly on it, or I can just hit Manage Services. So is your service one-on-one or multiple participants? Well, we're a marketing agency, not a workshop or course, so I'll say one-on-one. And we'll call this a project meeting. And then we can service subtitle it. So potential meeting for potential project. We're going to set this as an appointment. It'll be 30 minutes long, and we'll give it a buffer time of 5 minutes on either side. It'll be the staff member number 1. That's me. I'm staff member number 1. I can rename it at any point in time and just say add new staff member, and we'll call it Patrick because that's me, and hit create and cancel that, remove that, and there I am. And you can set it to a fixed price or custom price or no fee. So you can actually charge for these meetings if you chose to. I'm going to hit no fee on here. And we can choose business address, client's place, or custom location. Now these are going to be online sessions. So I'm going to hit custom location and select online session. And you can set pricing plans for your clients. So just like the blog post, you can set up pricing plans and automatic payments for clients through your services and bookings, as well as through the blog. So there's multiple ways to monetize your site when you're using Wix. So I'm happy with all of this, so I'll go ahead and hit save up at the top. Perfect. So I'll close out of this and you'll see the site updated with my new project meeting service. And now that I'm happy with all of that, let's go back to home. And the very last button on the nav bar that I didn't mention before is the theme manager. So once you have your website customized to how you like it and you've changed all the text and the graphics and everything, you really want to rebrand it. You want to make sure the website is yours. You don't want it to look like 1,000 other templates out there. And so to do that, you want to head over to Theme Manager. Now, the Theme Manager is responsible for the entire color palette of your website and the entire font selection. So this is where you can go in and change in broad strokes the look of your entire website. So I've already selected a color palette for my colors, and it's as simple as going over, clicking on Theme Manager, making sure colors is selected, and then from the bottom here, you can click on the color and select which color you'd like. So you can easily just drag it using the color wheel, or down here using the hex decimal or the RGB numbers. And whenever you're happy with your color selection, you can hit add, and we'll go through and just change all these real quick to a little something else. And it's as simple as that. And then you can go ahead and click on text, and from here you can change the text styling of all specific elements. So heading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the way down to paragraphs. You can change the specific fonts that are used for those things. So if I wanted to, I could click on heading and then change it from Avenir to basic, and then hit apply. And now every heading 1 is going to be basic. Or I can hit Control Z and just change that back to Avenir real quick. And that is how you would go about rebranding your entire website, but keep in mind not to miss something. Now, the theme manager is nice because it can clean everything up in broad strokes, but remember to change your text. Now, if you see down here at the bottom that there's still things about the other marketing company that I didn't change. I have no affiliation with whatever these are. I didn't go ahead and do a great job of it. But that's where the time investment comes in. You can take as long as you'd like using the tools that I've showed you to customize the website quickly and make it look exactly to your specifications. Make it exactly what you need for your use. Now, whenever you're happy with everything, and be sure to save along the way, but whenever you're happy with everything, you can go ahead and click Publish up here at the top right corner of the screen, and this will publish your website live to the internet. And so, boom, keyclack.com is now available. We can view site right here. It'll open up in a new tab, and just like that, our website is live. We can scroll down and look, we've already had 3 hits, probably all from us, but that's okay. And this is where you can view your website. It's now live on the internet. If I exit this full screen mode, you can see right here, keyclack.com, and here's my website. It was a pretty straightforward process to go from absolutely no website to something that resembles what I'm looking for in just a matter of time. And that is how you build a website of your very own. I hope you found today's video super helpful. A big shout out to Wix for creating this amazing platform that makes it fun to build a website of your very own. Now again, I'll include a link in the description below, which will allow you to sign up for Wix and start building your very own website. Again, thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a like, and if you ended up building a website, let me know down in the comments what kind of website it was. What was it for? Was it for your blog or your business? Thanks again for watching, and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications to see videos just like this one. I'm Patrick, and I'll see you next time.